Alright, you've just seen box 8. It's box 9. I do not believe there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out of this one. This was a box just full of one thing, which was DC Comics Presents. So this is number 1, teaming up with the Flash, but also this is the Whitman number 1. And number 2, again, teamed up with Flash, and again, Whitman number 2. Here is number 3, and the Whitman number 3. Number 4, with the Metal Man, and number 5 with Aquaman. Green Lantern number 6. Number 7 is Red Tornado. Number 8 is really cool looking. You got Swamp Thing holding him by Solomon Grundy's about to pound on him. So pretty cool looking cover on that one. Apologize, I'm just a little bit. You have Wonder Woman in number 9. A little overspray there, but you got to deal with it. Number 10 teamed up with Sergeant Rock. Hawkman number 11. Mr. Miracle number 12. And you gotta love when he teams up with the Legion of Superheroes at number 13. Again, that's a early appearance of Superboy in this way, where he's where Superman and Superboy meet up with each other. Number 15 with the Atom. Number 16 with Black Lightning. I love the color scheme on that, the purple with Black Lightning looking like he does. And we have Superman and Firestorm. Superman is stopping him from shooting at Killer Frost. Number 18. This is when Zatanna wore this costume and she changed over from her magic-looking costume. Which I guess they wanted to make her look a little more superhero. That girl in 19. Green Arrow in 20. Elongated Man number 21. Captain Comet. Captain Comet, of course, is an older character that way and stuff, so I love that beauty. A little bit of Dr. Fate there, number 23. 24 with Dead Man. And this, I think, is neat because you have Superman and the Phantom Stranger, but you also have a backup story of Our Man and whatever happened to kind of thing. And again, you got the John Ross, which is, I think, Pete Ross's son, something like that. Now, number 26, of course, is our big one. That's the one that actually is the Teen Titans one. So that's where the new Teen Titans premiere in there as their book. I was lucky to get that at a pretty good time because before it really kind of blew up and become even more. This is Mongrel's first appearance. And here is number 28, his second appearance. And again, you get Supergirl there. That's when she's wearing sort of the shorts kind of combination with the high boots, and a little bit of Superman with the Spectre in 29. And again, this is the extra. We find out what happened to the Golden Age Atom, and we get Black Canary and Superman teaming up against Dr. Destiny. Same thing here. We get to find out what happened to Robot Man. This is where I did find out what happened to my All-Star Squadron group, and it's where they fight against this whole circus group, sort of like them. And if you look, I have both a direct and newsstand of that, as well as this was in my original collection. This is my original mark that I had on my book, which is why I kept this book, because it comes out of it, and so does this one at number 33, where Superman and Shazam basically switch places. But again, that there belongs to me. That was my handwriting, my stuff. I knew it very well, so when I seen them in the collection at the comic book store, I bought up any books I found with it that were what I was trying to get. Then we have Wonder Woman teaming up with Superman, giving her some sugar. I don't think Steve Trevor nor Lois Lane likes that. And that is number 33 again. And it's also whatever happened to Star Hawkins in the back of that one. And you're just seeing that 33 over here. But again, 32, 33. I've been wanting to single bag all these if I can. You get the Shazam family teaming up with Superman. That's a real cool matchup. Superman and Man-Bat. And again, whatever happened to Rex the Wonder Dog. So you kind of get these little back things, and if you look, here it says whatever happened to Mark Merlin and Prince Ryman. So again, they're trying to kind of close the gap on what happened to old characters, which is kind of neat that they were doing that. Really love that Starman. And that's my direct. And this is a very rough newsstand. I do believe that could be another one that was in my collection. I'm trying to remember now. It may not be. I'm still looking for the numbers, right? Number 37 with Hawk Girl. We team up with the Flash again, but also we get the Crimson Avenger, whatever happened to him. So again, you could really catch up on all the old heroes that you remembered. And if you didn't remember them, you actually got backstories on people you may not even know. Here you get Plastic Man and Superman. But you also get a backstory with Richard Dragon. Here's a good one for you know, your Metamorpho fans, because this is Metamorpho teaming up with Superman. And if you look here, the backup story is Airwave. Now this one's an interesting one because it's actually the Joker teaming up with Superman. Again, I love the Joker like this. This is it just switched in the 60 cent went to like 1982 maybe by this time. We just finished 81, and it probably now is an 82. So we're switching over. The Unknown Soldier, and also Whatever Happened to the Sandman. Here is number 43 with a Legion of Superheroes. Again, mongrel in the front there. '44, teaming up with Dial H for Hero. '45, teaming up with the Firestorm. Now this is one I really love. This is the Global Guardians. Again, cool on that side of it. He goes around teaming up with each of those till they finally meet up for the end to battle this guy that's been being put together one piece at a time kind of thing by the bad guys. And even though this is not in perfect shape, this is the other big book of this whole series, and that is He-Man's first appearance, number 47. I found this low grade, but it was like $3. I had it piled up with a couple things like that. I picked up 2 bigger books for only like $3, and again, most of the time they're just too expensive otherwise. You have team up with Aquaman, but you also get the bonus feature, Whatever Happened to the Black Pirate. I don't think they did one for that one. So again, you really do get to find out about a lot of older characters that way. Now, Superman teaming up with Clark Kent. It's the 50th Golden Jubilee issue, so it's been going 50 years, but our 50 issues by this time. Now, this one you'll see, it has no month. This is a variant that come out, the error, because if you look there, and you look here, see the November right there, that was the actual error in it, that they did not print the November on there, even though they printed the number. So, and this one cost me a little more because of the House of Mystery. Number 53, number 54 with Green Arrow. Love that dramatic pose of both of them in action that way. With Airwave, special guest with Superboy. And this is reminiscent Gil Kane cover of the Supergirl one where she's like that and he's holding her, but it's actually Power Girl. Like she's out of it and teaming up with Superman. Now, this is a fun one because it's the Atomic Knights. Such a cool group, a cool, post-apocalyptic, war kind of thing. So I might actually read that one tonight as my sit down and read kind of thing. And we have the one with Robin and the Elongated Man teaming up. And then number 59 again. And this number 59 is from my original collection. It is in poor condition. Got it written on and stuff. But this belonged to my cousin. And he was just a brat. But we were up there, and he kind of mistreated it. It looked like this, but I offered to buy it from him, and I paid him like a quarter or something just to get a hold of it. And it wasn't that I thought it was so rare, it's just it was a comic book. So I got a hold of it that way. Guardians of the Universe teaming up with them. Then our friend OMAC. And this is a team I really love, and they had a run in the 70s, as well as they were an all-star squadron, as well as Marvel Comics, the DC Comics presents with Freedom Fighters. So gotta love that. We have number 63 with Amethyst. Here's a good one, a Gil Kane doing Commandy, Last Boy on Earth. See, we're up to December of 83 by this time. Madame Xanadu. Number 66 with the Demon. Now this one is just tons of fun when you think in terms of Superman teamed up with Santa Claus. And inside is a new Teen Titans poster by George Perez. So if you're a George Perez fan, it's sort of like cutting out Marvel value stamps. So you could pull the poster out of there too. There are people who do that kind of stuff. You gotta watch them. Now we have number 69 with the Blackhawks. Battleman again, making an appearance with him. Superman and Bizarro. Superman and the Flash in 73. Carmine Infantino doing that one. Now, this one's so cool because he's got on the wings. He's got an actual ray gun, and he looks like he's become a Hawkman just to go. Iggy Pop should love this one. It's got a Hawkman, the Hawk Girl, and Superman becoming a Hawkman. So let's be real. And Arion, Lord of Atlantis. I was doing that series because I kind of started it when I was a teenager, but decided I would step away from it and just deal with these ones I have this way with him in it, and not try to collect that or the AREC series. It's just too much to do. Wonder Woman, and I'm still having to purge, so it was probably a good decision, even though it was part of stuff that I liked. Now this is the Forgotten Heroes. You gotta love that. For the Forgotten Heroes, there's always the Forgotten Villains. Then DC's version of Deadpool in his way is basically Ambush Bug, in the sense that his mouth, his actions, his bizarrety, being a bad guy, good guy kind of thing. Adam Strange. Well, Jack Kirby on there doing Superman and the Challengers of the Unknown. This one was one of the last ones for me to hunt down, and this was, again, the Swamp Thing one. Number 86, we start seeing the Crisis crossover, that they start mixing some of the stuff. So again, all the DC universe was being affected at the time. We're down right to the end with the Creeper. Again, Crisis crossover. This is Superman with Firestorm and Captain Atom. Superman and Captain Comet. Superman and the Elastic Four. And again, you got Plastic Man, Elongated Man, Jimmy Olsen when he became that. Not sure who the green guy is. I'm trying to remember who they said he was. So, and then again, this is definitely a tie-in for all of the Crisis stuff, because you got Harbinger, Lady Quake, and Pariah. So, and again, the Blue Devil. That's another series I got rid of. Against the Criminals of the Phantom Zone. And then our last, but not least, and like I said, there's probably 100, and I didn't get all 100 by the time I was done, but I only have number 1 of the annuals, number 2, number 2 again, I really like that one, number 3, again with Super Savannah there, and last, number 4. So again, nothing really being purged out of that box, but I wanted to cover it. So far, all the boxes I've taken out, this would be box 9 of these, so I do have maybe half short box right now, but again, I haven't worked through my whole collection, and I'm going to try to push to do, again, I'll have to see how I do, but I'd like to do 4 or 5 videos a day and try to get them all, because again, I got way too many boxes to go through, and it will take me, I'd like to get through more than half of what I have within a week, but we'll see. I may have to skip some showing everything, but you know, I kind of doing it to catalog it as well as just to show everybody what's there in case there's something that you see you like. All right, I will talk to y'all later, and have a good one.